There you go, piece of junk. Meow, it's Huples cat. Every 2 months, Craig Stewart sends me an Apocabox. This is an Apocabox Plus. Let's see what's in it. Pre-open so I know what's in it. This is the Apocabox Plus item. It's a butchering knife. Not the most useful thing for a vegan, and it's not really a hunting knife. It has serrations on it and stuff like that. It's literally for chopping meat up. So this is a lighter knife. It's a tiny little useless knife and a holder that you put on your belt to attach a bic. It claims one-handed operation, and it mostly is true, but you have to be sort of careful you don't actually cut yourself, and it doesn't flick all the way out, but you can sort of tease it with one hand, though I don't recommend it. Stabby stabby. So you put a normal sized big lighter in here and you always have a little stabby knife and a big lighter on your belt. It's heavy. I won't be using this. This is going to go in the reserve box for just in case. I wonder if I can actually shut it with one hand. I'm not going to try. Meh. I'd rather have a proper size folding knife and not have the metal holding the bic because it's fairly heavy. This goes in the gimmick box. Alright, this is not looking good at this point. However, so I actually wanted a couple of these. These have got 8 of them. They're actually for tensing ropes, especially for hammock. Finally did actually buy a hammock, which I haven't actually slept in yet. So how do you use these? Want to quickly and easily adjust your tarp or tent guy lines? Use these nifty little tensioners to get the job done. Follow the diagram above and be amazed at how well they work. I've included several to put in your kit. The utility of this photograph to use these is pretty much zero. I'm going to have to look carefully. You need to use the right sort of knots and you need to put it in the right sort of way. This definitely doesn't show me how to do that. Stainless steel ball. Craig Stewart says he's moved everything to stainless steel because it's cheaper, easier and lighter. And it kind of is right. It's a little ball. Now it's about a 200mm ball, so it's hardly got any space in this at all. It's not huge. I guess you could use it if you're trying to make a sauce in the wilderness. When Kitty looked at this, she said, oh, it's a dog water ball. Whatever camping ball you're going to use, and I recommend you take more than one. Every single one of them should have a lid on it. It should have depth to it. This does not. 500mm, this is 200mm, is probably the minimum I would recommend for one person. No lid. I guess it's kitchen themed. This is a folding spatula for your spatula needs, and you can use this. I wouldn't recommend you using it with this, but it's a bit big for it. To be honest, if you're in the backcountry or you're hiking or whatever and you're starting to take gear like this, the weight's going to really add up, and I wouldn't recommend that either. Now, some people got this box, hated this. I actually have been thinking about getting one of these because I've been thinking that nature journaling is something I'd like to get into this spring and summer. And lo and behold, because the universe is made out of computer programs, here it comes. And I'm quite happy to get this. It tells you how to keep a nature journal, which I was really pleased to get. I always like getting the guidebooks from Craig Stewart. They're always good. So that's a keeper. Now, this is kind of interesting. This is actually a journal book, and it's actually got his logo on it on here. And it's sealed up, and I'm not going to open it, but there you go. I'm really happy to get this. This is also definitely a keeper, especially because you can write notes and or do a journal. Sent me a Gerber chunk, precision made in China. Multi-tool. Again, it's really heavy, and I'd rather have proper tools than this sort of a tool. It has multiple uses. It's kind of okay, but again, for me, too heavy. It's a gimmick. When I saw reviews of this Apocabox online, this is the February Apocabox Plus, I actually thought it'd be a B. However, on careful examination, it's a C-, and that's being generous. It may even be a D box. Stuff in it really isn't appropriate for either bushcrafting, or for going in the wilderness, or for survival. It kind of tries to do what everybody always tries to do in a kit, and I'm not really sure it works. I would have preferred a small toolkit of actual tools rather than the stuff I got. However, there is a bonus item, and that's a nice thing to get. And it is a guide to making a Hoko knife. You get 2 pieces of bamboo. See, whittle these make chopsticks. Not 1, but 2 pieces of flint that's already been cut to make a knife with, and some cordage. I'm going to make this right now. Let's see what happens. So this comes from the Hoko River in Washington State, and it was used for cutting fish. You need to split the handle material about 1/3 of the way along the length. If you want your own source handle material, get a green stick about the same size. There you go, piece of junk. So it's not really worth my time and effort to make this, and it's not safe. It has to be on a vise, and you have to be very careful how you split this. I'm not going to bother pursuing this. It's going to go in the apocalypse box for when I have nothing, absolutely nothing to do, and I'm going out of my mind with boredom in a disaster. Have a knife. One item that was not in this Apocabox, and it's a pen. I put it in. Always have lots of pens and pencils for a disaster. Well, that's it for me. Like I said, this is a C-, possibly even a D box. Really unhappy with this. Didn't really like it. Stuff's fiddly. Stuff's not that useful. Stuff's heavy. Anyway, let's see what the merry month of April 2024 will bring in terms of my Apocabox Plus. Till then, take care. Don't cut yourselves whittling bamboo, and have fun. Doodles. This has been a 2024 Couch Potato Terrier production. No terriers were harmed in the making of this film, but even more importantly, no terrier went hungry or got uncomfortable.